Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and the first thing I want to start off with is... Sorry, I'm shaking my desk. I'm so excited. Welcome to all of you new people who have subscribed to my channel over the course of the past week. Funny story, so a couple of days ago I woke up and all of a sudden I had 10 new subscribers on my channel, and I was like, oh, that's strange. Okay, I'll take that as, you know, all of a sudden people really like my channel, out of the blue. And then over the course of the day, new people kept subscribing to my channel, and then it hit me, someone must have shouted me out somewhere, because that doesn't happen to my channel, that all of a sudden I have like 20 new people subscribing. And I was completely mystified because I really had no idea. The last time that happened and I had such an influx of subscribers was a couple of years ago. I think one of you lovely ladies had shared my channel on Reddit, and I had again like an influx of like 20-30 new people over the course of a few days. But that hadn't happened in a really long time, and I have like a super small channel, so I don't really expect to have such an influx of subscribers unless someone has shouted me out. But I really didn't know who, and I really didn't know when, and I was at work and I was just seeing all these new people subscribing, and I was like, what is going on? I mean, it's really cool, but what is going on? And then around the end of the day, one of you solved the mystery, because you commented on my, I think, Enchanted Secrets palette review and tutorial video, and you told me that Courteny had shouted me out on her channel. If you don't know who Courteny is, this is Courteny. She is like the ultimate cruelty-free blogger, and she blogs and vlogs about two of my favorite things, which is indie makeup and Urban Decay. I love her. I followed her for a really long time. She's really cool. So if you don't know who she is, or you're not following her just yet, then I will link her channel in the description box below, although you probably came from her channel to me, so it's very unlikely that you're not following Courteny, but if you're not, please go follow her. Thank you so much, Courteny, for shouting me out. I really can't even believe that you remembered my channel. It's really sweet of you, and I really appreciate it. So all of you new folk, I hope you enjoyed around here. I'm not the most diligent YouTuber in the world, but I do my best. I hope you like my videos, and yeah, I think I'm going to get off this tangent now. I'm going to go to the point of this video, which is the two new indie companies that I tried recently. I'm really pumped and I'm really enthusiastic because for those of you who have been following me for a little bit longer, you know that around the summer I was really struggling with my indie collection. I was a little bit overwhelmed by it, and I didn't really feel like vlogging about indie makeup anymore. However, I have started ordering things from new companies over the past couple of months, and the problem was that I just wasn't trying new things. I am apparently someone who really likes to try new things and new companies, and I just wasn't trying anything new anymore. Don't get me wrong, I really love the indie companies that I regularly buy from, but that being said, I really also enjoy trying new things. And then a couple of months ago I ordered... I don't think it was a couple of months ago, it was actually quite recent. About a month ago I made my first order from Divina Cosmetics, and shortly after I placed a small order from Looxi Beauty, which is why this video is only called part 1, because, spoiler alert, I love both companies. I've ordered more products from both of them, which are on their way to me, so I am going to have a part 2 of this video, but I figured I am going to just break it in two because I want to have the time to, you know, talk about the products extensively. So products I want to talk about are... Oh, let's take this blush from Makeup Geek aside, because that's not at all in the video. But basically I picked up 2 highlighters from Divina, 1 highlighter from Looxi, and 4 of the Aurora eyeshadows from Looxi. I want to start by saying that I've been following both Divina and Looxi on Instagram for a really long time, but just based on their Instagram accounts, the two had kind of morphed into one company in my brain, and I could never tell the difference between them. Obviously, now that I've purchased from them, they're totally separate companies, they're both awesome, but for a while there I wasn't sure which one is which, and I'm really happy that I placed my orders with them because I love the products that I picked up from both. I don't really know much about Devinah Cosmetics. It is an indie company, and from what I understand, they offer mostly pressed products. That's one thing about both of these companies. They offer a wide variety of pressed products, which is kind of new to me because most of the indie eyeshadows and products that I own are in a loose form, and while I really appreciate and enjoy that, I do actually think it was time for me to try something a little different, and I think pressed eyeshadows and pressed highlighters were a really cool way to try something new. Both companies shipped their products to me really quickly, which was very, very surprising to me because my experience with most indie companies has been a turnaround time of at least 2 weeks to up to a month. So I was really shocked when both of these companies pretty much shipped my orders within a few days, not to say the day after I placed my order. So that's really cool. If you want to order from these companies, you're probably going to get your products shipped really quickly. Shipping costs is the next thing I wanted to address. I know most of you are based in the United States, so that doesn't really apply to you. Shipping costs for you are much lower, but for us folk who live in Europe, shipping costs are a little bit different, and I shortly wanted to address that. So my order from Divina contained 2 highlighters, and the shipping cost was just standard. It was, I think, $15. Everything arrived safely to me. Everything was very well packed. And I know that shipping from the US has quite increased in price, but just so you know, it's expensive. The order that I had from Looxi Beauty contained a highlighter and 4 of their pressed eyeshadows. The shipping for that was $20. I know, it was really painful for me too. The shipping was pretty much the same price as the order that I made, but I was willing to pay for it because I was expecting good quality products, and I was also hoping that everything will arrive safely and not broken, which was indeed the case. Everything shipped and arrived very quickly, very well packaged, nothing was broken. So, you know, you pay a little bit more, but at least you get everything very well taken care of. One thing I wanted to mention about the shipping prices of Looxi, by the way, sometime in between my first and my second order, she readjusted her shipping prices, and my second order, which was placed, I want to say 2 weeks after the first order, and it was only like a couple of days ago, I only paid $13 for the shipping, so that's pretty cool. Thanks Looxi for decreasing your shipping prices, I'm on board for that. For both of these companies you can find discount affiliate codes. There's plenty of people who have affiliate discount codes for these companies. You can find 20% off codes for Divina and 10% off codes for Looxi. I don't have either, but I will link Angelica Nickfist. I'm finally going to dare to pronounce her name, so I'm going to leave those in the description box below. Obviously you're free to use the discount codes of whomever you feel comfortable with, but I used Angelica's ones because I like her. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you swatches of each of the products on my hand and like close-ups of the products, so you're not going to see me in view, but you are going to hear me ramble about the products. It's just me trying something new when it comes to swatches, because I am the worst YouTuber when it comes to swatches. I'm really bad at it, so I'm really trying to like figure out something that works. I hope you're going to be able to see the duochromes and everything on these products, because it would be such a shame if I failed again. Hopefully I didn't. I'm sweating. I am also going to include photos of eye looks that I've done with some of the eyeshadows, just so you get a better idea of how they look when you use them in makeup look, because I might be bad at doing swatches, but I think I'm pretty good at capturing my makeup like very realistically on a photo, so I'm going to include the photos because I think they'll speak for themselves. So the 2 highlighters that I picked up from Divina are these 2 over here, and they're called Zanna and Zion. They're both duochrome highlighters. Zion is a really beautiful copper duochrome. The formula is really smooth, and you can really see the duochrome to this highlighter. I adore it. It's probably one of my favorite products that I've picked up lately. I wanted to point out that this highlighter is very similar to Makeup Geek's Psychedelic, but that being said, I do enjoy the one from Divina a little bit more because I think it's a little more intense. The next highlighter that I picked up from Divina is called Zanna, and Zanna is very much in the lines of Zion in the sense that it has a little bit of that coppery peachy shift to it, but the duochrome is much more pink than copper. So you can clearly see from the swatch that this highlighter shifts a little bit more pink. I really enjoy this highlighter as well. The formula, just like with the other one, is very smooth. I picked up only one highlighter from Looxi Beauty, and that one is in the shade High Society. High Society is a really beautiful highlighter. The formula is a little bit chunkier than the ones from Divina, just a little bit, but it's still very smooth upon application. The shift on this highlighter is still on the peach side, but it's a little bit more of a gold peach pink rather than a copper and like reddish pink. I still really enjoy this highlighter. I'm actually wearing it in this video. And now I'm going to show you swatches of the 4 eyeshadows that I picked up from Looxi Beauty. They are all from the Aurora's collection, and the Aurora's collection I feel like are eyeshadows that are very duochromy, very glittery, totally up my alley. I have like 5 or 6 more of these coming on the way, so I'm going to show you those in part 2 of this video. But for now, let's jump into the swatches of these 4 eyeshadows. So the first eyeshadow is also the one that I'm wearing in this video, and it's called Charmed. Charmed has a beautiful purple lavender base and it shifts teal green. It is gorgeous. I love it. The next eyeshadow that I picked up from Looxi is called Sweet Tooth, and Sweet Tooth has a white mint base with a very strong pink shift to it, and from what I understand this eyeshadow is supposed to be a dupe for one of the eyeshadows in the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. I don't have either of those, so I can't really vouch for that, but when she did side-by-side swatches on Instagram, it really seemed like they're very, very similar. The next eyeshadow is probably one of my favorites that I picked up from Looxi, and this eyeshadow is called Juice. Juice has the most beautiful olive green base with berry sparkles to it, so it kind of shifts like a reddish berry color. It looks absolutely stunning on the eyes. I am going to show you an eye look that I did with this look yesterday, which I loved wearing. It was so stunning. The last Aurora that I have right now is Firefly. Firefly is an absolutely stunning metallic red which shifts into a copper orange. I hope you can see the shift a little bit in the light, and I'm going to try to show you how beautiful it is in the swatch. Those are pretty much all the swatches that I had to share with you for today's video featuring Divina Cosmetics and Looxi Beauty. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I did a good job swatching these eyeshadows. Let me know if you've picked up any of these products yourself or any other products from Divina and Looxi, because I would be more than happy to hear your recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!